some characteristics of a triangle, you have to draw that triangle and then classify it. So the first one says to draw a triangle with one obtuse angle and no congruent sides. So the first thing, I'm going to draw my obtuse angle, which means it has to be greater than 90. So then to make it a triangle, I would just connect the other two lines. Okay? And I have to make sure that none of the sides are congruent. So do I need to add any tick marks? No. Now I have to classify it. How many answers should I have when I classify a triangle?
3.
Nope.
No, 4.
2. I have to classify it by its side and by its angle. Okay, so how many, what is our angle? Raise your hand. What would we classify if we were classifying by its angle? Abby? B? So it is obtuse because I have one obtuse angle. And then what would the sides be? How would you classify the sides, Claire? Why? Good, there are no congruent sides. Okay? I want you to do A with me. So it says a triangle with one right angle and 2 congruent sides. So we need a right angle, so let's draw a right angle.
Ooh, I like that.
How do I tell my reader that it's a right angle?
By making the little box.
Perfect, I gotta put the little box in there. Then I connect my lines. And then it says that I have to have 2 congruent sides. So what do I need to make sure that I put in my picture?
2 congruent sides.
How?
Lines.
2 tick marks. Okay, so I need, can I say that this side is the same as this side?
No, it's not.
No. Can I say that this side is the same as this side though?
Yes.
So then I put a tick mark there. Questions on Gather Day? Okay, it also says to classify it. Trey, how would you classify it by its angle? No, what's the name of it? What's the name of the triangle by its angle? It is a right triangle because it has one right angle. And what would you classify it by its sides, Callie? Isosceles. Questions on that? Okay. I'm going to pass out these little triangles that I cut out for you. You will need them for... Oh, wait. No, I want to go to the next example first. Then I will give you them. So go to the next example. So example 2, it says to classify it by its sides and angles. So how many answers should I have? 2 of them. Let's see. Julia, what would I classify it by its sides? Sides. It is obtuse. That's by its angle. So then, Hayden, how would you classify it by its sides? What? Yes. Isosceles and why? Perfect. It had at least 2 congruent sides. Go ahead and try got it B. Stand when you're done. If I was to classify this by its angle, what is its angle, Jada?
Its angle, right.
Good. I have one right angle, therefore it is a right triangle. And then how would you classify it by its side, Damien? Are there 2 congruent sides? Do they have tick marks? You cannot assume that a triangle sides are the same unless they have the tick marks. Or, and this brings me into what I was going to say next, the other way you can determine if a triangle has congruent sides is by the angles. So if I have a triangle and this one is 45 and this angle is 45, then that means that these 2 sides are the same. So based on how many angles are the same, can also tell you how many sides are the same. So you can only do that, though, when you are given the measures. Okay, so if I drew this triangle, how many sides are the same?
3.
3 of them, because I have how many congruent angles?
3.
3. If I have a triangle like this, and this might not be accurate, I'm winging it. How many equal sides does that triangle have? 0, because how many congruent angles does it have? 0. Okay, so if it has no congruent angles, it has no congruent sides. If it has 2 congruent angles, it has 2 congruent sides. If it has 3 congruent angles, then it has 3 congruent sides. Right?
How come the 66